Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2014 version, starring Megan Fox, Will Arnett, and William Fichtner, and directed by Jonathan Liebesman. Now, I have seen the movie before in theaters, and I haven't thought about it since, or except for maybe once a couple times on Blu-ray, and that's about it. I've only seen this movie at least a few times in my life, so what do I think of it? Let's get into the movie. In New York City, the Foot Clan attacks, and April O'Neil, played by Megan Fox, tries to expose them with their cameraman Vern Fernwick, played by Will Arnett. As characters, April is not what I remember from the other movies or the cartoons, because she's not looking like a model like Megan Fox and Vern is just annoying throughout the movie. April witnesses the Foot Clan attacking and gets a picture of the symbol of the vigilante who fought the Foot Clan and wants to report it on the TV. On the Channel 6 news, I'll say. And who's April's boss? Whoopi Goldberg. It remind me, what is she doing in this movie? Because this is not a straight up comedy like that she usually does nowadays. And actually, nowadays she's doing The View, but I'm talking about like back in the 90s. And these characters are worthless, including Eric Sachs, played by William Fichtner, who's at first helps the police keep the city safe, but as it turns out, later in the film, he's a bad guy, and William Fichtner deserves better than this. The Foot Clan attacks the train station, and April attempts to go inside for a story, which kind of a dumb move on her part, and she witnesses there's more than one vigilante attacking them in the dark, and April follows them to the roof and gets a picture of these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Leonardo, voiced by Johnny Knoxville. These Ninja Turtles looks absolutely freaky and horrible, and the CGI looks absolutely horrendous. April realizes she raised the turtles and when she was a little girl, and they were baby turtles, and including the rat Splinter, who we're introduced to in the next scene. He's torturing the turtles until Pizza is involved and says what they did right before the night before and doing the impossible until Michelangelo says something. Meanwhile, Whoopi Goldberg fires April after telling her about the Ninja Turtles, and Vern takes her to Eric Sachs as she talks to him about how her father died and the Turtles as an experimental project. And this story is very flat, and these Ninja Turtles are just so stupid. Particularly one of the voices Leonardo does dumb stunts of his own on a real life TV show. And I'm not talking about in this movie. I'm talking about the actor in real life, one of the voices. The Ninja Turtles brings April to their hideout in the sewer and meets Splinter. Meanwhile, Sax tells the Foot Clan about the Ninja Turtles as Sax was a student of the Foot Clan, and as they find their hideout and have a fight along with Splinter, which, believe it or not, in this movie learns the way of the ninja by a book and teaches the turtles ninja skills, and that's why we know them as they are in this movie. Back to the fight, he fights some of the Foot Clan, including Shredder, and who's the Ninja Turtles bad guy, and the Turtles fight the other Foot Clan soldiers, and they, with the exception of Raphael, get captured. And this whole fight felt like a video game in the most awful kind of way, and it gave me a headache. In the movie, it felt very dark, like the audience shouldn't see how bad this movie looks. That felt like a distraction to me. Raphael goes to the Sax estate with April and Vern, while Sax tells the other three Ninja Turtles about his evil plan in order to become stupid rich, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Raphael fights the Shredder as April saves their lives, and Sax escapes, and the Ninja Turtles fight the Foot Clan in the snow, which also felt like a bad video game fight sequence. And Michael freaking Bay's fingerprints on it being all over it, for example, you can barely see the action sequences versus the stupid slow motion shots that which Michael frickin' Bay does in his movies at best, and that always annoyed the crap out of me. Sax and the Shredder arrive at the Sax building as the Turtles with April and Vern traveled by sewer, and the Turtles go in the elevator to fight the Shredder while they make their own beat, which is a pointless scene, but they get to the top of the building and fight the Shredder while April and Vern encounter Sax and realizes he killed her father and knocks him out, and Michelangelo realizing playing the game with the brothers when they were younger in order to defeat the Shredder is a good idea, beats his ass, and they try to stop and the code, and Shredder comes back, and Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo gives Donatello some time to deactivate the machine, and the skyscraper explodes, hits the Shredder, and with April, but they both grab on the antenna, and the Turtles save April and drops the Shredder to the ground, and the skyscraper falls down with everyone not dying. They go back to the sewers, and they cure Splinter as he awakens, and as a climax, it was ridiculous and a bunch of nonsense. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 2.4 out of 10. The characters are lousy, as the Turtles looked awful. The story makes no sense, as the action is like a bad video game. I was absolutely annoyed that this was produced by Michael frickin' Bay, as his prince was showing during these action sequences. And we'll see how next week's movie goes, but this is a pretty bad remake. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. And until next time, go Ninja, go Ninja, go Ninja, go!